Hello, 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 and welcome back once again to Mack9's Mines. I'm your host, Mack9. Last episode, we actually managed to find quite a bit of iron underground. We're now up to 2 stacks, almost half of another stack. We got some gunpowder, we got some bones, we got some arrows, string, and we found a mob spawner underground. All in all, it was a pretty successful episode. This episode, however, I'm looking to do something a little bit different. Now, I would like to incorporate that mob grinder into something useful. However, I'm going to kind of hang off on using that right now. It is a zombie mob spawner, but I'm not quite to the point of needing experience. I might just want to collect up lots of arrows, lots of string, what have you, whatever mobs drop, I want that stuff. So what I'm thinking about doing, we have access to quite a bit of lava underground. We have access to a substantial amount of water, and water isn't too hard to come by when you can make an infinite water source. I'm thinking maybe we make a little bit larger grinder and try and get things to spawn inside and then use that to our advantage. Just go ahead and make something that'll perpetually grind stuff for us without having to do a whole lot of work. Well, aside from the initial setup. So first, I'm probably going to need some cobblestone, ladders. I will need to make a couple more ladders. Gravel, I'll make the path, build a building, kind of to house the top of this thing in. We'll stash the flesh, stash the iron, because I'm not going to need the iron right now. Hang on to my shovel, my pickaxe. Probably need to go ahead and make myself another pickaxe for that matter. So let's take out another... yeah, pretty good few pickaxes, because I have a lot of dirt to move. Oh, look at that, there's a creeper outside. Kind of gliding around. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Plenty of pickaxes now. Go ahead and rearrange this, like so. Get that. We also have another 6 sticks. Let's go ahead and make those sticks into torches because I have run out of torches, unfortunately. Collect that. Make a few more torches because I'm going to need to also have the area above ground lit up as well to ensure that everything stays alight. And next, let's make some ladder. So, once again, more sticks. So how has everyone been doing? I know a lot of people here in the United States are going to be getting ready for the 4th of July very soon. It's the Independence Day, if you will, of the United States. I know Independence Day was also a film starring Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum. I'm 1 stick short from another ladder. Oh well. 32 is plenty, and I'll need some sticks for fencings. Or not fencings, that other word, that other thing that does a thing with a thing. The signs. I gotta make signs in order to make this grinder properly work. Also, let's grab 1 more of these. Just because I know there's a creeper right outside. Do this like that. My current sword is very close to breaking. Yeah, creepy, creepy, creepy. Little creeper. Where'd you go, little creeper? Okay, now that's seriously weird. I saw him slide by right here. He was looking dead at me. Where did he go? No idea. Just kind of disappeared. For that matter, I don't see all the NPCs running around either. It's kind of weird. Oh, my mouse is losing sensitivity once again. There we go. Shit. Well, we found the creeper, and he found a way to irritate me. Just do that for right now, because creeper. Aw, poop bunnies. just realized I would love to have those 2 chests that I'm also going to be going down into the ground. Probably end up with a lot of cobblestone. Wouldn't hurt to have something to store it all in. Now the design of the mob grinder that I'm looking to go with is something that I saw in Ethos Lab. I'll have a link to his channel down below. It's a fairly large grinder, but it doesn't leave a big massive footprint in the sky. You can basically set it down underground, provided you keep the area well lit with torches, and you are pretty much set. You don't have to do a whole lot to make it work. It just kind of does what it does, and you're golden. So as long as you keep the amount of area that monsters can spawn to a minimum, above ground and underground, you will actually be pretty well off. Now, I've run a render of the map of this area, and it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of light sources, and from what I can tell on the file size and the chunk size for data, it doesn't also look like there's a lot of underground areas right around here. It's mostly like tiny little holes like this that just kind of dead end. So, if we can make something, let's go for it. Let's try and make something worthwhile, and I'll just kind of plonk them down right out here somewhere. So, let's see. Ugh, lag, my god. Actually, you know what? I believe that the hole that was right back over here would probably give us a fairly straight shot down, too. Let's see, what is this? Is this the hole that I was just looking at? Yeah, this is the hole I was looking at. We'll make this into the building. So first, I'm just going to level out the area a little bit, because I'm going to put a building on top of this. Basically make it like a little store, and you come into the store and items just dump out at you. Stupid sheep. Alright, let's see. Get my torches, light up the hole here. Oh yeah. Actually, that's a fairly steep hole. It's, oh no. It's going to nighttime already. Well, I guess I could just start digging straight down then. The idea behind this particular spawner requires that you dig down a specific number of blocks, and in doing so, you effectively reach the maximum, or the minimum range that it requires for enemies to spawn near you, because enemies will not spawn right on top of you. If you've ever played Minecraft, usually they spawn somewhere else and then wander over to you. The distance is about 22 blocks, I believe. So if I can measure down 22 blocks from this level, we should be able to actually get to a point that's fairly optimum, and we can build out from there. Looks like my current elevation is at 73, so let's head down the hole and see exactly what's going to be under 73 at 22. So that's what, math not good. Math not good. I'm gonna go crazy unless I already have the surface of the hole available. So from 73 down 22, it's gonna put us at 51. I don't know why I couldn't figure that out initially. Also gonna need a 2x2 hole. We'll use something closer to like right out here. Shovel for dirt. Shovel. There we go. Go down. Down from that hole, we will continue and just use these as a measurement for where the top is. Keep a relative position on that. So how has everyone been doing? Hopefully better than that sheep that just fell down. I've been doing okay. Been watching some live streams. Grim Gary is actually streaming right now. If you guys haven't seen him, I'm going to post a link down to his channel in the description. He's a pretty cool guy. He replies to a lot of his fans and a lot of his views. He's fairly down to earth. He's one of those people, part of the LLN, Lag in the Late Night, which is a group, I believe, that was originally put together by Lucklin. I don't know the exact history on it. I haven't watched too many of their podcasts, but it was pretty fun watching the one that I did. It's actually what got me started in even making these videos. So, go figure. Alright, we're at 43. Now that's actually a bit lower than I actually have to go. But, let's see exactly how high I need to be. 48. 50. We'll build it right around here. So I'll just level out a platform, because this is going to be like a central mob elevator conduit. It'll pull enemies up the elevator to the top using a series of water blocks, as in water sources, and signs. So that way enemies are trying to swim up to keep from drowning in the water blocks, but they're also well, they're swimming up. That's all there really is to it. Once they hit the top, they'll go through a lava slice, and at that point they will die to the lava. Yeah, I need to go down here. Need to light it all up, so that way nothing spawns down here, which doesn't look like anything was spawning down here to begin with. This actually goes fairly low, which is kind of a little bit impressive. Doesn't go anywhere though, unfortunately. So just kind of come back up y'all. Close that off, don't need that. Then I'll start ascending right here. Now that is where I have my initial pillar. I need to have a 2 by 2 square here in the middle that everything kind of arcs its way out of. And I think I'm going to make those as my blocks. This area right here is the center of my area. For the actual size of this thing, it's going to take a little bit to actually dig out. I might just cut all the video feed that's me digging this stuff out, because it's pretty large. It's going to be a 30 by 30 block. Again, I will link the channel from the person that originally designed this block. But again, it's pretty cool. It's really useful. It's going to be able to farm up a lot of mobs, especially if I have everything else in the area immediately lit up. So, as this would be like a center point of the town, it'll give me ready access to things like arrows and other useful materials like bones for bone meal, string, what have you. I only usually get a handful of spiders from these things, but having lots of bone meal is always a plus. Having lots of arrows is always a plus. So, to work I go. And I'm probably just going to talk right through this, but if I decide to edit anything out, you'll probably figure it out when all of a sudden I jump to the end of this this design. Because this is going to take me a minute. On the plus side, look at this. I get iron ore, and I'm going to get lots of cobble. And the next build that I'm looking to do is going to be a new house. I'm going to try and build something a little bit more creative, a little bit more awesome. I need something that has 20% more awesome at the minimum than my current little hut on the edge of town. And we're going to stick this thing like somewhere up, oh my god, lag, somewhere up above here. So, let's see, if it's 30 by 30 means I've got to count out 15 from these guys. So from the mid, right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, I don't need to go to 16, what am I thinking? Like I said, this is going to be a fairly large build just because of the fact that it is a 30 by 30. I've got to clear out a lot when it comes to all the building, the panels, and the trenches. I'll have water trenches as conveyors for getting things in and out of the area. I'm also going to employ a ladder right here for going back up top side. Go ahead and plop this guy in here now. There's a creeper right there who's managed to spawn right in on my pillar. Creepers gonna try and troll me. Don't spawn right here, creeper. Please. Seriously. Thank you. Keep going up. I wonder if that creeper happened to fall down from higher up, which would be kind of cool if he did, because, I mean, obviously I gotta know that I need to keep prettifying all the lights up in this upper area, because otherwise monsters can still spawn up here. I have to have a distance that forces them unable to spawn. Looks like sun's coming up as well, so monsters won't be spawning topside here soon, which is a plus. Hello, spider. You look like you're blinking at me. Don't blink at me. Blink at yourself. Sheesh. Don't you give me that look. You never had what it took. I took the beef and I beefed it up while you sat and whined. I got the cup of gold. Speaking of cup of gold, I'm getting old. Started noticing gray hairs earlier today. I was like, ah, jeez. I mean, not just a few. It's starting to get bad. But you know, a lot of people that play Minecraft right now are fairly young, but a lot of the bigger channels are, you know, not necessarily younger people. Older people can enjoy the game too. It's just starting to be almost a bit of a wake up, you know. I never really thought of myself as very old, but here I am. I'm getting gray hairs in my head. Actually, what I could do for the video, for you guys that happen to be watching right now, I can try and figure out if I know how to insert a link as a comment or as a annotation that'll allow you to skip ahead. Just basically skip all the boring, because I don't really feel like editing this in fast motion. Last time I tried to edit anything, I got like the absolute worst thing I could possibly want. I was getting this media stabilization thing that was causing everything to look like garbage. I have no idea what happened with all that. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Alright, that's plenty of count. Let's go ahead and clear out this corner over here. Oh, it's going to be quite obvious I'm going to burn through picks on this. Maybe I should switch to some cobble picks once I blow through all my iron picks. Iron is good and all, but I don't really need to blow through the iron picks. Just trying to clear this out as quickly as possible. This will be unbelievably long video if I'm not. Two picks down. This is still going to be a fairly good investment just because of the fact that I'm not only getting a mob grinder that is extremely efficient, but I'm also getting lots and lots of cobblestone, and I actually kind of need cobblestone so I can make regular stone, or smelt it into regular stone, that is. In addition to making buildings, I need lots of cobble. I want to use cobble for foundations, smooth stone for pillars, making things really prettified. I've been contemplating going to creative mode, but I'm like, no, I shouldn't. This keeps things interesting when I have that chance of dying and I actually have the need to collect resources and I change the landscape in order to be able to bend the landscape to my will. And ooh, more iron. Yes, I know I've already discovered the iron here. I was just getting to it now. I was on a thought. Don't question it. I get all very rambly sometimes. Getting iron while mining iron with an iron pick is pretty sweet. It's basically paying for itself, which is more than I can say for a lot of the time when I've used diamond picks in the past. That I'll have a diamond picked, I'll be mining for what seems like an eternity, and I don't get more diamond. Yeah. That's always the worst. And there goes my shovel. Oh my god, lag spike. And I didn't make another shovel. Well, that's okay. I can plonk down a crafting bench down here. Crafting bench complete. Throw them right there. Actually, in all fairness, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna, you'll have to pardon me, I'm gonna turn the difficulty down to peaceful while down here, just because I just started thinking if I light the place up once I start taking out lights, I am going to be overrun by enemies, and after the fact, I've got to get up a ladder, or the main cylinder, and it's going to be filled with water, and at the top, then I have to quickly construct a lava trap for them, because at that point they will automatically start spawning if I'm on anything other than peaceful. So apologies, I kinda gotta take this to peaceful for a moment. Ah, very nice, I can plug that back up. Collect that, destroy the dirt with the cobblestone block. Gotta go ahead and knock out this little bit, and we will have one corner of the overall structure complete. There we go. Corner 1 complete. This ceiling makes me so claustrophobic. Oh my god. And also, my mouse seems to have hair on the optical, which kinda sucks, because I have a really nice mouse, and that hair makes it extremely finicky. Okay, let's start counting from the mid. So, from this block, I'm going to count 15 in that direction, because I've already got 15 right here, correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, of course. So we'll count 15 in this direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Very nice. We're up to 15 this way. This is outer wall. And next we can count inward this way, 15, and then we'll cut in, and then we'll start chopping out the cube here, I guess. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now we'll chop inward toward the center. Now basically the way this this particular mob spawner and grinder works is there is a total of, boom, right here to the middle. There's going to be a total of 16 6x6 pads in addition to 1, 2, 3, 4, several water chutes that will basically carry the mobs from the individual pads to the central elevator. Now the mobs are basically set to a specific distance in spawning on the pads. That's why we've dug down 22 deep from the surface. And they will spawn on the pads and then fall off into the water, where they will be unable to hop back up because the water will be flowing about 2 deep from the original surface elevation. They will be unable to hop out of the little tracks. They'll basically get pulled toward the center, and once they hit the center, they will try and swim upward to keep from drowning. It's a and just repeating myself here, but it's a really slick design, works really well. I've used it a couple times. I tried to make a few variations of it. Like I made a big a 4-sided one where it was able to work in a giant upside down pyramid, and they would drop down rather than pulling upwards, and it worked okay. I had to employ a minecart track running in circles in order to keep things spawning on all 4 platforms at the same time effectively. These particular grinders also really work well if you want to stack multiple on top of each other. You can basically, I think, stack up to 6 if you wanted to continue going down and then make another one of these, and then go down again and make another one, as the central elevation will be basically the same regardless. You'll still be using the same signs, the same water source blocks, using a bucket to create the effect, and it's pretty slick. It's pretty slick once you have it all working. What I've encountered though when stacking multiple though is that there will be traffic jams fairly frequently. Skeletons and zombies will start piling up, and they get into positions at the top where the grinder for lava is just not moving fast enough. They're clumping up, they're keeping each other from basically dying by being so many in number. Aside from that, it's pretty slick, and I'm seeing a lot of cobblestone just kind of floating around, so I'm going to go ahead and head up to the surface. I've got 2 chests right here. We're going to dump all the cobble that I currently have into the chests, and then we'll descend back down. This is just that way I can make sure I already have the cobble. I don't have to move it again. I'll already have it all up here on the top floor, ground level, and I can start incorporating it in local buildings. So drop all the cobble inside, as well as the dirt, because I don't really need that much dirt right now. Light gray wool. I don't know why I was carrying light gray wool, but we have it. Deal with it. Drop the wheat in there too. I don't know why I forgot to store that, and seeds. I picked those up when I was clearing out the area. Gonna plunk a dirt right there. We'll also say dig out that square, and that square, so I know this is the centralized hole that I'm working down. Also going to probably fill in the rest of that area there. Oh my god, lag spike. I believe these lag spikes are actually occurring from when I basically fraps records into multiple segments. It automatically breaks up the files. And the files themselves are like 4 gig, 5 gig apiece. Recording in 720p, it starts eating up hard drive space really quickly. I'm using an external hard drive with about 320 gig of space. And those first 9 episodes that are on there, I'm down to like 100 gig left. It's pretty ridiculous. I don't even keep the renders of the episodes on that hard drive just because I'm scared of eating up too much of the space. The renders are on my main hard drive for 1 terabyte. But even then, they're starting to eat up some space. I believe I'm already up to like 19 gig. But that is perfectly cool. I guess I don't really have to keep all the renders on here, but I might do like a season wrap-up and throw a bunch of clips in from all the episodes up through it. I just don't know when I'm ending this season, though. As far as I can tell, I can just kind of keep running with it for a long time. Minecraft is one of those games that's kind of slow. It takes a while to actually finish. I don't think I'll actually warrant the ending of this series as killing the end dragon, because the end dragon is, I don't know, it's an odd one. I don't really feel it fits in with the theme of the game, and the ending credits are actually more philosophical, I guess, than the rest of the game seems to lean on towards. I don't know. To me, it just doesn't fit. It doesn't feel right. It works, but it's kind of out there. It just doesn't make sense why it's in the game as it is. I would have thought that if Notch really wanted to do something creative with it, he could have. I don't know. Maybe he did it as good as it could possibly be done, because now that I think about it in honesty, how do you really end a game like Minecraft? It's about as sandboxy as it gets. There's a level system now, but that's more or less purely for enchanting purposes. And even then, it's not really that important to have enchanting. Minecraft, it is really a big sandbox. I don't know. Not really thought about that. How would you, the viewers, end Minecraft if this was your game? What would be your ideal ending? Leave a description down in the comments. Instead of doing an end dragon and this big, long-winded 10-minute speech of how reality is what you make of it, that you're all just some minor piece of a larger puzzle, how would you end it? How would you actually wrap up and produce a credit scene for Minecraft? Would you say that the world blows up from a giant wad of TNT? Would you say that the defeat of the end dragon allows something to happen? I'm curious to see what other people actually think the ending of the game could be. It's a confusing topic to begin with. And yes, I see the iron over there. I'm kind of focused on all this cobblestone. Just burning through picks. It's not even remotely efficient here. I mean, I guess it's efficient to the point that I'm getting cobblestone back from mining with a cobblestone pick, but I just blew through, what, 4 iron pickaxes? And I've completed 1 corner. Almost done with a 2nd corner. And past this, then I have to actually start the arduous task of making all the pretty little pieces work properly. Iron and top. Now, it doesn't actually matter what kind of surfaces you use for the majority of the inside here, only that don't make it half steps. Half steps will not allow monsters to spawn on top of them, as well as spiders. Spiders will occasionally spawn in here, but it's pretty uncommon from what I understand. Spiders require a 3x3 flat area of land in order to spawn, and if they don't have that 3x3 area, they can't actually pop. but occasionally I've gotten them in here. I'm not exactly sure how. I think they end up spawning between the two lanes, but they really shouldn't, because usually between the two lanes there's a little track that's about 2 wide, and they shouldn't be able to spawn on just the lip of a platform. Alright, so this is 2 corners down. Starting from the middle here, we should be at 15 going this way, so we'll go 15 this way, and then cut in another 15. 1, 2, 3, gravel. Hate gravel. Again, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, technically 15. 15, I believe. Let's plonk a torch down and count, because I absolutely despise gravel, just because of how slow it makes me go. If I had a shovel, it'd be a different story, but even then, shovels get burned through so quickly. I'm going to need to make a shovel, though, just because look how much gravel! Palisade of gravel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Outstanding. Right. 1, 2 actually. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Broken pickaxe. And we have dirt. And more gravel. And more lag spikes. I don't believe you guys will actually notice as many of the lag spikes as I will. They should still be semi-evident in the renders, but the majority of the pain is on my end, where I'm actually having to sit here and wait for my mouse to catch up, waiting for the screen to catch up, and yeah, this is really dark. Hang on. Plonk. And indeed, we went the proper 15. So now, let's throw in a couple shovels, because mouse sensitivity. There we go. We have a shovel now. We have another pickaxe. I'm going to incorporate the shovel immediately into gravel removal. It'll be gone in a matter of moments. Nothing more exciting than clearing gravel. give me flint. I guess that's okay if I wanted to make some arrows of my own. Hopefully I won't have to make too many arrows once I actually have this project finished. I have literally filled inventories after, you know, a couple minutes sitting at these things before, provided, again, that there's nothing able to spawn in otherwise the immediate vicinity. So let's go over here. Shovel's almost gone. Gonna have to clear this gravel up here because I've got to clear out the blocks below them. And shovel's gone. Alright, let's go make another shovel. Also gonna eat just because I know I'm in creative and not creative, peaceful. It's not gonna diminish just because I am currently excuse me again, getting coffee hiccup burps. Just because I am in peaceful, food does not deplenish. Yeah, that's I guess a cheaty method, because technically it would be going down for me being down here working, but seriously, I just don't want things spawning in on me while I'm clearing this place out. The whole point of this place is to be able to spawn enemies and make it very, very easy to do so, and it becomes effective before I even finish. I've made these before in the past, and I've struggled through those hardships. Try and build a water trap in the middle, creeper blows up my work, have to start again, creeper blows up the work, start again, water everywhere, yeah, it's never fun. Thankfully, this bit of gravel over here is cleared out. We'll go over here. I do need to put a ceiling in, because if I don't have ceilings, I need things to stay about 2 tall. Otherwise, Endermen can spawn in, and Endermen will pick up blocks. I've seen them pick up dirt blocks, gravel blocks. I think I've seen them pick up cobble before. I don't know if they still can pick up cobble. I thought that was like patched out or something. I don't know on that count. It's just an annoyance. I'd rather not deal with them gumming up the machine in addition to all these other little critters that are going to be gumming it up. Just put in the ceiling, keeping everything about 2 tall. So yeah, how about that Minecraft? All this mining. How long is this video getting? Hang on. Oh dear, this one's already up to about 43 minutes, so I'm just gonna go ahead and call it here for this particular episode, so that way I can get this one rendering. I'll call this part 1. Skip ahead to part 2 if you want to go ahead and see how this thing ends. But this is going to be the project for at least these 2 episodes, just because this one is huge and it's going to take me a minute to actually fill this thing out. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Share this with your friends, family, whoever happens to love Minecraft, or if they don't, this is probably not the episode to show them if they don't love Minecraft, because they're not going to have a clue what I'm talking about when I say big mob grinder. But go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time.